This is Mark Hubbs with Aerosgon bullet modes. Since I began making bullet modes, I've been getting requests from folks to have a bullet that will work in the 44 caliber Navy revolvers. Some folks have even suggested I design a bullet that will work in the Navy revolvers in 44, but that's not what Aerosgon does. We recreate original historic bullets. I've now found a design that will work in the 44 Navies and every other reproduction 44 revolver without any type of alteration. This is the English Kerr bullet that was imported in great numbers during the Civil War by the Confederacy. It is nominally 44 caliber. The upper part of the bullet under the ogive is .457. The bottom band is .430 and the middle band is .435. The long body and short ogive is the key to allowing this to fit in the small loading port of reproduction guns. The Kerr Revolver, manufactured by the London Armory Company, was an unusual design. It was 5-shot. It was a cross between a double action and a single action. The hammer had to be manually cocked, but the trigger would rotate the cylinder and drop the hammer. About 7,500 of these were imported through the blockade by the Confederacy, so more Confederate soldiers carried a Kerr than all the Confederate manufactured revolvers combined. Along with revolvers, molds, and ready-made ammunition were brought in too. And that ammunition could be used with any 44 caliber revolver, and any 44 ammo could also be used within the Kerr revolver. Although the British classified it as a 54 gauge weapon, they made sure it was chambered to take the standard 44 caliber ammunition that used for Colts and all the other brands that were common in the United States. Using 20 grains of powder, the new bullet works well in a Cliff Manley style cartridge former. Now let's test a bare bullet and a cartridge in a Pietta 44 Navy and see how it fits. As you can see, both are very easy to load. Let's also try it in a late model Pietta Remington, where the loading lever that extends down inside the loading port usually causes problems for conicals. As you can see, it fits just fine. The bullet leaves a nice brown ring of lead when loading. And of course, this bullet, like all black powder revolver bullets, should be made of pure soft lead. I used a brand new Pietta 44 Navy to test the bullet for the first time. These are the first 5 shots. There was a lot of felt recoil with 20 grains of powder with this bullet, and I assume it would be better for the gun to go with about 15 to 18 grains to make sure you don't batter the brass frame that much. For a steel frame gun, that wouldn't make any difference. You could use a much heavier charge. In fact, the service charge for this projectile would have been about 25 grains. Here's the results on that first target. The first 5 shots are at the top. There's actually 2 touching. Again, that's with 20 grains, and that was point of aim was at 6 o'clock hold on the black. I adjusted my point of aim to the bottom of the target paper, and here are 8 rounds in the black, 5 with a very nice cluster in the center. 3 of these are with paper cartridges, and 5 were shot with loose bullets. Overall, very pleased with how this grouped from the first outing. If you're looking for a heavy conical bullet for your 44 Navy, this may be the projectile for you. And of course, it will work with any other 44 caliber revolver, regardless of make or model. I'll put a link to Aerosgon Bullet Mold website in the description of this, and also a link to the sales page for this particular projectile. I appreciate you watching, and I hope you come back and see us again sometime.